Today's video is about Ludwig, actually, who made a video called What is Happening to Twitch, in which he explains what is going on with the adpocalypse taking place on Twitch right now. In this video, he somehow didn't mention me, Hassan, Israel IP block, or anything. It's like he's so afraid of pissing off the cool kids that they're not going to let him sit at their table anymore. The stakes are a little higher, in my opinion, because by misrepresenting what happened, he doesn't help anyone. I mean, he helps Hassan. That's the only person he does, but he's sweeping this anti-Semitism issue right under the rug to the point where it's like, wow, you really don't care. You really do not care about this at all. So let's go ahead and watch a sliver of this mogul Mel and see what's going on with Ludwig.
First, we have to talk about why they pulled out. Where did the advertisers go? Do they hate Twitch all of a sudden? Well, the genesis of this, as far as I can tell, is when Asmongold got banned off of Twitch. Because you see, Asmongold got banned after making some comments about Palestinian people, some very negative comments about Palestinian people. He got banned off of Twitch. And this sort of caused a domino effect where people are like, okay, you ban Asmongold for saying this thing about Palestinian people, but, you know, what about this person saying this thing about this people? And that...
What? This person saying this about these people? Did you just yada, yada, yada the whole anti-Semitism thing to protect your friend Hassan? How about having a Houthi militant on Twitch mainstream to talk about One Piece and to glaze up his fucking little Houthi cock with a flag flapping in the background that says, "A curse upon the Jews"? Ludwig, why did you even bother to make this video? You know what I mean? Just, you don't have to talk about it if you're too cowardly to explain it, really.
Because this is an issue Twitch has been dealing with for years, which is inconsistency in their bans. All right, they have their code of conduct, their terms of service, whatever. They have to ban based off of that, and sometimes it's not upheld consistently. All right, and so this became, you can see October 16th, the day Asmongold got banned, a very common trend. All right, oh, you ban Asmongold? Well, what about when Frogan said this, crazy thing about U.S. soldiers? All right, and Twitch got basically controversy after controversy after controversy.
No mention of Hassan. Or me, frankly. Not to suck my own dick here, but I did a whole 3-hour episode dedicated in, meticulous 14 pages of meticulous thesising about why I thought Hassan was harboring anti-Semitism and all the various examples of it. I thought that was probably a big moment for this all as well, but he doesn't mention any of that. How can he not mention Hassan? How?
And at first, this was maybe just some like social media stuff, but then there was a concerted effort by people to go straight to the advertisers, all right? Because Twitch wasn't buckling. They weren't like banning other people for their comments based off the social media blow up. They were just kind of holding fast. They banned Asmongold. They're like, okay, we're good now. Please leave us alone.
That's, I think, somewhat true, but I think the underlining problem here is that they agree with the creators who they're not banning. They agree with Hassan and with Frogan, and it's an ideological decision. Like, it's not an unbiased decision to enforce the rules. This is them refusing to further other political point of views and identities that they agree with. It's downright corruption. It's horrifically bad.
That did not work. They were not left alone. Not only were they not left alone, their advertisers were not left alone. And this is one of the other genesis I can see of advertisers now getting involved after the Asmongold ban. And here's a tweet that said, made a video of what you can do. It's a long video, so I'll just distill it. But basically, it was email the advertisers that Twitch worked with who were displayed prominently in sections that people viewed as like anti-Semitic and get them involved. Okay? He says, fuck Twitch for making me do this cancel culture, cuck fucks and loser shit. But that is exactly what happened. It was a attempt at creating an adpocalypse.
It's not an attempt to create an adpocalypse. It's an attempt to hold certain people accountable when the platform downright refuses to and runs ads on like incendiary, psychotic fucking content, right?
Adpocalypse attempt, very successful. Now Twitch tried to curb this. They tried to appease advertisers and also the Anti-Defamation League, who's getting involved. And they banned several Arab streamers following a Habibi rating panel that was at TwitchCon. And you can see the sponsors are in the background of this. This was going viral. I promise you, all of these sponsors got thousands of emails in their inbox after this. And it worked.
This level of anti-Semitism is platformed on a main stage of TwitchCon in front of these sponsors. I mean, what the fuck do you expect, man? Don't blame the people sending emails. Blame fucking Dan Clancy and his team of morons that did nothing to shield their ecosystem from this, especially considering they had so much time to learn from what happened to YouTube. Pure incompetence. I was, and others were raising the siren about this event and this segment, which I found offensive and anti-Semitic. And Twitch did nothing for several days as this got worse and worse and worse. Once again, Asmongold got banned immediately, rightfully, duly. However, when it comes to Frogan and her friends shitting on Jewish people, shitting on Zionists, right? They need a lot of time to think about it. And I think, yeah, like when the ADL got involved, that's only when they finally suspended Frogan and all the other people up on the stage. When a sitting congressman started writing letters, posting on Twitter, then they said, okay, we should probably do something. But
so there's currently in Twitch world a piss match, right? Hassan is blaming Asmongold for the adpocalypse for teaming up with people who he says, and Asmon is
looking at me and blaming me. I want to say you're welcome.
Taking blame himself and probably talking about DEI again for the 100th time. If I had to guess.
Now, well, why do you have to guess? You're the guy reporting on what happened, right? Why we guessing, Ludwig? But certainly, Ludwig is making a lot of guesses in this video here. And I'm guessing that Hassan's cock must taste pretty good. Hassan, he doesn't use baby wipes. He just calls Ludwig over. Where are we? Anyway, Ludwig, cheers and all that. Appreciate you. But you don't have to make a video, right? Because at the end of the day, what does this do? It absolves the actual perpetrators of this adpocalypse. It moves the blame over to somebody who wasn't really involved. And by doing this, you ensure that no real change is actually going to come to this platform, right? And this is just going to keep happening because you are so cowardly. You need so desperately to have the cool kid Hassan's approval that you are actually willing to throw the platform. And frankly, if I'm going to be a little over the top, your Jewish community under the bus as well, without mentioning even a tiny bit the main issue of this, which is anti-Semitism perpetrated by Hassan and his lemmings, his lackeys.